begs for change. Outside the old Circle K, from strangers holding lotto tickets in their hands like dead men walking, clench God's name in the backs of their throats. They dream of salvation and think it hides in gambling away $1 every week for a jackpot that keeps growing larger than one man's desperation for change. Doug, he has the same dream. Even though he lives nightmares these strangers will never know, monsters live in his eyes, but he still cracks smiles like lightning when he says, "Hello, how you been? If it's not too much trouble, do you think you can spare a little change for a man trying to shake his ill fortune?" They think pity's a king's ransom, so they dig deep into their pockets, reaching for the miracle they think will save them. But their generosity is never enough. He's always shortchanged. He knows his way home isn't at the bottom of a bottle, but when all they give him is only enough for 40 ounces of escape, it's hard for him to be his own savior and not fall from the sky like every devil who ever tried to grow wings. These days, there's so much booze in his blood, he bleeds swimming pools and plays Marco Polo with God. Eyes closed, arms outstretched, splashing, head tilted back, gasping for breath, feet dragging at the bottom as he treads out farther towards the deep end of it all. Doug tries to find God, but chokes on thin blood and drowns in what he swears tastes like mercy. Circle K sells mercy for $1.29. Doug can usually afford it at the expense of two strangers, but knows the cost is much higher than the total change they spare him. He knows it turns his heart into a collapsing star that feels like an empty bookshelf and can hear his ventricles suffocate on the dust collecting there. He once carried stories the size of spiraling galaxies in his chest, but now his heartbeat is an echo of a parade the city forgets ever celebrating. Doug is the dangling vibration of a guitar string just before it breaks. Most pass him by like he's a sucker's bet, and they refuse to throw their money away on odds that aren't worth playing, yet they're still buying lotto tickets week after week like they're investing in a second home. Doug would like to have a first home, but thinks it's a little foolish asking for one on a cardboard sign, so his just says spare change. The ones that do stop get it all wrong. They never look at his lightning smile to see how his cheekbones shoot out warning flares. They never listen closely enough to hear the burning out galaxies behind his ribcage scream for more oxygen. They never strike up a conversation, giving Doug a reason to live and start collecting stories again in the vacant chambers of his heart, and they never understand that change, it comes from actions, not out of pockets. That without it, Doug will guzzle slow suicide oblivion every day for the rest of his life until he finally does find God. So give him a smile, an ear, a story. More than just a few cents. Hell, give him a lotto ticket so he can finally close a fist around hope. I'm not saying it's going to keep him from being an alcoholic, but damn, what if it does? Doug begs for change. Outside the old Circle K, from strangers, holding lotto tickets in their hands like dead men walking. Doug knows if he doesn't get some real change soon,